Welcome to Brazil for the 2016 ITACOATIARA Pro, brought to you by Furnas. My name's Manny V, and I gotta say, all the competitors were stoked to get back into the tropics here in beautiful Niterói.
ITACOATIARA is like a little slice of heaven. It's located in the northeast corner of Rio de Janeiro in the municipality of Niterói. It's facing directly southwest, so it catches all the open swells that come from the South Atlantic. So anything that's moving down there, it's going to catch. So it's kind of a swell magnet. It's about 500 meters in width, like of this little bay. So the swells come in, they make all these little wedges, and it's just pretty fun. Got these cool peaks. It's real powerful. It comes from deep water, and all the energy travels and just unloads onto the sandbar. So you get some decent ramps and some decent barrels. So it's pretty fun to go out there and just blast away.
Well, I really like it here. I guess I didn't really know what to expect. I had heard a lot of different things, but it's a really wonderful place. The people are awesome. The food's unreal. We have some really good waves out in ITACOATIARA. The banks I've been really impressed with, and they're really powerful as well. And everybody seems to be ripping, so I'm interested to see how this event turns out.
I won here in 2014. Pretty good feeling. My first victory on tour. So I was pretty happy to win here in Brazil. I'll just always enjoy this contest for that memory, and also the good memories I've had here in the past. It's such a cool place.
While Jared's memories are mostly happy, other surfers feel cold trepidation when they remember last year's event. The 2015 ITACOATIARA Pro ran into a monster Atlantic swell that produced thick, dark, angry sets up to 10 feet. It produced iconic images, and Amory Laverne's win would rank as anyone's finest hour. But the contest is best remembered for the personal battles to score and survive in the deadly conditions. At that size, beach breaks become more dangerous than reef breaks due to their unpredictability. Big lumps detonate on the length of the beach, and riders were forced to take risks just paddling out. Those scenes make headlines and move magazines, but when the 2016 event started, many riders would have been quietly thankful for a forecast that contained much friendlier conditions.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Manny V, and we are live here in the beautiful town of ITACOATIARA, Niterói, Brazil.
Brazil is a powerhouse of world bodyboarding, and the ITACOATIARA Pro marks the third stop on the APB World Tour. The beach can produce epic wedging beach breaks in any swell size, which was the case for this event. Defending champion Amory Laverne picked up where he left off.
Oh my! Air reverse.
It seems good from the outside, but inside it's not that easy to find the good waves, and I had to warm up a bit, catch a couple of waves, and finally I found a good ramp for air reverse. And at this stage of the contest, you have to go big, and it's not time to joke, you know. It's yeah, so I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward for the rest of the comp and still focus.
That's good. Amory's 2 times world championship. So what are you gonna do to the next heat to be like improve yourself and getting the title to your country?
Yeah, I think the key for this contest is really to catch the best wave. It's really technically, but I think it's really tactical, and really physically too, because it's really heavy there, and you have to be strong.
Dave Hubbard from Hawaii then displayed his pre-event favoritism with 2 spectacular rides to win through to round 3.
And then as a magician comes out onto the face and throws a giant maneuver.
Heat 3 was a fierce battle as Julian Marimont from Tahiti threw down a big reverse, before Spaniard Alex Uranga went even bigger.
Sees the lip, goes for a big in for
Portuguese surfer Antonio Cardoso then produced the first 10-point ride of the event when he scooped into a wide-open barrel.
This is what we came here for, Manny. Just a terrific ride.
Udi Valadao got the local crowd pumped when he won his heat with critical aerial surfing.
Huge backflip on one of his first rides in this heat.
The ITACOATIARA Pro is the first of 4 APB Grand Slam events. That means double points for surfers chasing a world title. It's also why it attracts such an international field of competitors. In an all-local round 1 heat, Jose Octavio launched high for the win.
He's out here when it's massive, and he's no stranger to this. Clean roll.
Another Brazilian, Israel Salles, then tweaked a pair of inverts to record his round 1 win. That brought Hawaiian Jeff Hubbard into action, and the aerial specialist didn't disappoint.
Jeff Hubbard up and riding.
Jeff driving down the line, looking for a section, throws the air reverse.
And here's another look of his second wave, and nice clean bottom, and gets that projection he's been wanting.
There's some good waves. It was kind of going off for a little bit. We had some offshore winds, and it was so powerful and barreling. It was like, yeah, just like Mexico or Hawaii. It felt like pretty similar. I was tired, man. I was paddling really hard, and you were getting pounded on the inside. These are my favorite when it's heavy, barreling beach breaks. You know, it's just like Hawaii backdoor or Mexico. Yeah, it's really similar. Really cool.
Round 1 is a non-elimination round and features 3-man heats. The winner progresses straight to round 3, while second and third head to round 2 and the prospect of an early exit. That was the case for current world champion Jared Houston. He was relegated to round 2 by Joao Zeke. The local progressed from the trials to defeat the number 1 seed and celebrated beachside with his family and friends. Another local trialist, Kalani Latanzi, caused a second major upset when he beat top 10 ranked Chilean Alan Munoz. Hawaiians Jacob Romero linked solid maneuvers to build a healthy score.
And here we have Jacob Romero live action driving around the section. Big flip, lands it clean. Look at this, Jacob Romero pulls it deep, finds the exit, flips out.
He would have been confident on progression until Tristan Roberts, a trialist from South Africa, launched a huge backflip. He then added a critical roll to complete the win. Young Hawaiian Tanner McDaniel added to his personal highlight reel with a smooth slip down the beach to earn himself a win and progression to round 3.
Tanner McDaniel up and riding on this one, flips it out, big flip for Tanner, rides out clean.
He was followed there by perennial favorite Francis Pierre-Louis Costes, who displayed his usual smooth style in critical situations to earn himself a round 1 victory. After completing round 1 in the morning, organizers decided to roll into round 2 while the swell remained.
Just finished round number 1. We're going into round number 2.
The top seeds dominated the early heats as Omri Laverne, Dave Hubbard, Alex Uranga, and Udi Valadao progressed to round 3. They were joined by young Australian Louis Finnegan, who boosted a clean roll on a sizable section.
Nice clean roll.
Louis was one of the surfers who used a lay day to visit a surf school run for underprivileged kids. Run by the competition organizer, the aim of the project is to get kids hooked on bodyboarding and the beach. It's no secret that Brazil is a country that struggles with poverty and crime, and schools like this provide kids with a safe place to spend their time that might otherwise be spent on the street. Competition resumed early the next morning, and the current world champion wished he was still asleep when he was knocked out of the event in a major upset. Jared Houston was soundly beaten by the Portuguese Miguel Aldao in a result with major implications on this year's world title race.
Shaping up with a lot of speed. Now he gets
Oh my goodness!
a reverse.
The smaller conditions meant riders had to generate their own speed. While smaller than the previous day, conditions were cleaner and provided perfect ramps and barrels for those out in the early heats.
Maxime up and riding on the right-hander, sets his line, driving down, good overhead view of his invert.
Ian Campbell, the South African.
Ian up and riding on this clean-looking left-hander, comes off the bottom, flips it out, gets around clean, gets the barrel.
Ian Campbell beat David Barbosa in a hotly contested round 2 heat, in which the Brazilian pushed him all the way. Jacob Romero knocked out the world junior champion, Socrates Santana.
And here Jacob looking to back it up, flips it out again.
Jacob Romero gonna take his first stab at a score. Beautiful right-hander, plenty of speed, nice invert.
Lucas on the left, drives down the line, tweaks out the invert off the end section.
Santino on this left-hander gets a nice ARS through the lip. Santino making quick work of the start of this heat.
While conditions deteriorated towards the end of the round, a weak forecast forced the organizers to push into round 3. First up again was Omri Laverne, who became the first surfer to book a place into round 4. He was followed by Dave Hubbard, who was able to find enough speed to launch off small wedges. Alex Uranga and Eder Luciano also won their heats before Brazilian favorite Uri Valadao was eliminated by the Chilean Matias Diaz. Despite the dwindling conditions, Jeff Hubbard and Louis Finnegan put on a heat worthy of the world title stage when they clashed in round 3. In the end, it was the experience and tech expertise of Hubbard that won out on the day. Chilean Ali Munoz ended the run of local wildcard Kalani Latanzi with a critical ARS to the delight of some beachside supporters. Maxime Castillo found a couple of ramps on the testing sandbars to confirm his progression. Diego Cabrera ended Ian Campbell's run thanks in large part to this lofted backflip, a move matched by Tristan Roberts in the next heat.
Finding a nice section, going for the backflip right there.
The beach breaks is pretty shifty, so I guess to find the best peak would be your best option, and to kind of, I don't know, it's quite a risky call. Some guys have been playing the waiting game and others have been keeping busy throughout the heat, and I've been playing the waiting game and it's kind of paying off for me at the moment. So yeah, I've just been sort of finding the best peak and sitting there and hoping to find the bomb of the heat, and whoever gets the best wave is going to take the heat, and just taking it heat by heat, I guess.
In the final heats of round 3, wins were sealed for Tanner McDaniel and Pierre-Louis Costas. Round 4 opened the final day of competition, and the swell had kicked up a couple of feet.
Bottom turning, holding that speed line, and nice big invert right there. Oz holding on to that first place spot. Alex Udanga
throws out the invert. Alex Udanga adjusting his speed line, flips it out. Look at that.
Yes, that was the big moves we've been waiting for from the beginning of the day.
Chilean Matias Diaz opened his heat against Jeff Hubbard with a smooth reverse, but couldn't overcome the Hawaiian.
Looking for a section.
Oh my goodness.
Launches a solid flip. Comes up and around.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful ARS.
South African Tristan Roberts punted a floating backflip to seal his progression in the last 8. Pierre-Louis Costes sealed the last place in the finals with a flawless display of technical riding against Tanner McDaniel.
Yeah, the waves are fun. It was a hard decision to take to put all the hopes on the last day, and I think it paid off. I think we have good conditions today. The wind's good, there's sun, and I think I was lucky to get 2 good waves in a row, and early in the heat. So I was, after I kind of played the priority thing, and yeah.
In the first quarterfinal, Alex Udanga marked himself as the man to beat when he eliminated former world champion Amaury Laverne with a powerful display. Udanga's performances were building throughout the event, and he was peaking at the right time. He was joined in the semifinals by Jeff Hubbard, who floated a smooth reverse on the right before boosting over a left section with a well-controlled flip.
He's got tons of speed, Manny.
Oh, look at this section, and able to pull off a flip maneuver at the end of that wave.
The semis thus far were filled with familiar faces, but that changed when Joao Zeke ended Maxime Castillo's run with an ARS into a heavy closeout section. Tristan Roberts tried to play Pierre-Louis Costes at his own game by floating a rotation backflip, but Costes backed it up with a clean barrel to roll combination to earn the win. In the first semi against Alex Udanga, Jeff Hubbard tried to boost his way into the final, but the Spaniard's barrel control proved more pleasing to the judges' eyes. In the second semi, Joao Zeke did everything he could to ride the beach support into the final, but he couldn't live with the stylish riding and precise execution of Pierre-Louis Costes. So this is how the road to the final looked for the 2 surfers that lined up for their chance at victory. In the final, both riders had their chances.
It's PLC up on this one. Forces an ARS off this section. Now he's looking for something more. Gets a bigger maneuver here. It is a backflip. And then a roll-up.
Up and riding. Alex Udanga down the beach, deciding to go right this time. Big section, nice extension on that invert. So finally he gets a solid score in the 5 or 6 point range. Now we got PLC coming at you.
This is more like it for both of these riders, throwing out solid inverts.
PLC, Pierre-Louis Costes. Look at that giant backflip, fully extended and pulls it off cleanly. Wow, the Frenchman in the yellow jersey here in the men's grand final.
Here he's flying down. This is a left-hander, and he's making his way up to the lip. Huge flipping ARS type maneuver.
Wow.
Very clean, huge wave. there's the claim, and he's just saying, you know I completed it, and you know I'm feeling good. Alex Uranga is your 2016 ITACOATIARA Pro Champion.
What can we say? Congratulations, brother.
Thank
Good
you
job.
very much, my bro.
So, how you feeling, man?
Feel excited, man. I feel so well.
Yeah.
A lot of time waiting for this moment.
Yes.
I'm so happy, man.
All right.
Muy bien, muy contento.
Okay, so Alex Uranga, your first place winner in the grand final in the men's division from the Basque Country. How difficult was it taking out Eder Luciano, Amory Lemerne, and Jeff Hubbard? And in the final PLC, you had to contend with multiple world champions and Eder Luciano, one of the top riders in Brazil.
Bueno, decir que estos días
Went down right there, but he pretty much said it was a tough battle to get to where he is right now, but he's super stoked to be where he is, and that is the winner of the ITACOATIARA Pro. So, the big move you did in your final, it was one of your highest scoring waves, backflip or ARS when you did it down the beach? He essentially said he went into it as a backflip, but he realized that he had to slow it down a little bit to land perfectly, and once he landed, he pulled that around. So that was an incredible maneuver. That was pretty much the nail in the coffin for PLC in the final. I mean, you battled through a ton of tough heats, so congratulations one more time. Go get out of here, go get your prize, go get your money, and congratulations one more time. All right, brother. Yeah.